Alright, hi grade 7s. It's lovely to meet you and I look forward to our lesson today. Today I am going to be introducing substance abuse. So the first thing we are going to do is that I would like you to meet Steve. Steve is a South African and he got addicted to drugs relatively early on in life. I would like you to watch the whole video, but I am just going to play the poem that he has written. I'm going to try to do this. It hasn't gone particularly well before. There might be a few technical challenges that come up, so please just be patient and we'll try to work through them. Okay, can anybody hear anything? I can't.
But after sober years, he dedicated his life to touring the primary and high schools, educating children about Africa and the world, maybe. If I go.
All right, so this is a poem that Steve has written. I'm going to listen to the poem with you now, and then if you could watch the rest of the video by yourself.
Back to my heavy addiction again. I'm going to send this letter to my mom, and it goes like this. Dear Mom, when you gave birth to me, you had dreams. You wanted me to be something special. I turned out to be your worst nightmare. We call it a drug addict and an alcoholic. I'm sorry for stealing your wedding ring and giving it to the drug dealers. They will never return it. Forgive me for saying I hate you millions of times. I never meant it once, with alcohol and drugs in my head. Thank you for standing in the rain, waiting to see me while I was in prison. Where were my friends? Too scared, remember? When I was strapped down in mental institutions so many times. Thank you for wiping the vomit from my mouth. Again, where were my friends? And Mom, if I die, do not cry. Maybe I'll be free, but not because of alcohol and drugs. They'll split my brain from my skull, my liver, my kidneys, my heart will fail. And when I do the dance of death, Mom, when I die, the DJs will never cry. Thousands of Steves waiting to take my place. The dealers, my friends, they are dead or dying. They will never send flowers to my funeral. So I will send you 3 for that precious child that could never be. You see, Mom, my first drug was free. My second, my third, fourth time was free. And then one day the dealer said, hey, little boy, it's time. You owe me. Your precious son, Steve. Bless you, Mom. Oh, that's so wonderful.
All right, so like I said, please watch the rest in your own time, or just a little bit later on. Okay, so next slide. What did you guys think of Steve? So believe it or not, Steve came and talked to me when I was 12 years old. His story had a massive impact on me and I've never forgotten it. He talked about when he started drugs. I think he was around 6 years old. And so just from that, it's a vital conversation for us to have. So whether you're approaching this from not having a clue what substance abuse is, or you're quite familiar and you have a good understanding, it doesn't matter. You're both coming with valuable opinions and we would like to have everybody contribute. If you're interested in Steve and you would like to learn more about him, he's got a book out and it's called I Want My Life Back. Okay. So this is the activity that I would like you to complete at the end of the lesson, but I would like to introduce the concept to you so you have the questions in mind while we're discussing. So I'd like you to present in groups of 5 and to produce a public service announcement like Steve's. So first of all, watch the whole video and then produce this with your group. So things that you should address are a public service announcement that warns people about what substance abuse is, types of substance abuse, how to recognize it, why people get addicted, and where to find help. So don't worry about that just yet, just keep them in mind and let's discuss. What drugs can you name? So you're welcome to come up and write on the board, or you can send it through the chat. Do you think that alcohol is a drug? Are the pills that your gran takes for her heart drugs? So, all of these things are drugs. Alcohol, the pills that your gran takes, painkillers, but we can take these things and it can be healthy and it can be engaging with substances that isn't in a concerning way. But when does it become substance abuse? When do you start taking something to the point of abuse? How can we define that? And what are signs of when this is happening? So when does it become abuse? What are your thoughts? What is substance abuse? What are some signs of substance abuse? What do you think may cause substance abuse? So these are the questions that I would like you to discuss in your groups. You should address these in your presentation. So these questions will be up on the board, but don't worry, I have sent the presentation through to you, so you do have access to it. I have also sent you the rubric for the presentations. All right, let's just check that I haven't missed anything. Okie dokie. Okay, so what your public service announcement should achieve. You should formulate a public service announcement that highlights what you consider the most important from your discussions. Your presentation shouldn't be more than 2.5 minutes long. You should be in groups of 5, and you can make use of whatever resources you consider fit. So you've got your textbook, you can also make use of the health magazines that we've got in the back. You've got 20 minutes to discuss and to organize, and then we're going to do our presentations. Okay, please feel welcome if you've got any questions or you would like me to elaborate on anything, to just come and ask. I'm going to be walking around and just checking in on you while you do this. Okie dokie. Okay, so now we're going to complete our presentations. I would like you to listen to what your peers have to say. We're going to discuss it at the end. Okay, thanks very much. Go ahead. Okay, so thank you for everybody who presented. I think you did a marvelous job. And so now that you've heard what your peers had to say, what did you find interesting about their points of view? So remember, we all did it on what we considered to be the most important. So how was what people considered important? How did that differ? What did you find interesting? And did you learn anything? Okay, and just to conclude, I want to thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your engagement, and I'm sorry there were a few clunky parts. We'll get the hang of things soon. All right, so for homework, what I would like you to do is I would like you to consider how you would improve your group's public service announcement. So you don't need to be concerned about the group work here. It's your personal opinion. And was there information that you thought was missing that should be added to your public service announcement? I would like you to write these up, just kind of 2 short sentences or paragraphs, and send them through to me in an email, or you can send them through on the platform, whatever is your preference. Again, thank you so much for your time. I had a great time teaching you, and I hope to engage you soon. Thanks very much. Bye.